Hello, I'm Brandon, and today I'm going to review the Scosche Magnetic Mount for mobile devices. Hey, this is Brandon with Extreme Daily Drivers, and we are always balling on a budget and wrenching in our garage. And today I'm going to give you a little review on a cell phone mount that I just picked up off Amazon. If you're anything like me, you're always looking for a place to put your phone that's visible while you're driving. One of the great things about the Scion XB's interior is there's so many cubbies and so many great places to store stuff. For right now, this is where I keep my cell phone. It's not the worst spot to keep a phone, but it's also not the most convenient. And I also can't see the screen while I'm driving. So thinking that there had to be a better way, I picked up this guy on Amazon, the Scosche Magnetic Mount for mobile devices. The way this thing works is there is a little mount that's going to stick to your dash with some double-sided tape, and then there's a little magnetic piece that goes between your phone and the phone case. That magnetic piece keeps your phone attached to the mount. After using a blowtorch, a jackhammer, and a reciprocating saw, I finally got the mount out of its clamshell. Okay, so we finally got into that clamshell. Let me show you what you get. Here is the mount itself. This is the magnetic part, that's the sticky part. And this thing is no joke. I mean, it sticks pretty strong. This is the piece that's actually going to go in the back of the cell phone. It's just a thin piece of metal, I suppose, but as you can see, my finger got in the way there, but as you can see, it sticks on there pretty well. Give you a little cleaning wipe. They give you a smaller little disc if you have a flip phone. And then they give you this little plastic window so you don't damage your cell phone with the magnet. Step one is to get the cover off your cell phone. After you get the phone out of the case, now we want to grab this plastic and then apply it to the back of the phone. Please peel off this mask before application. Alright, let's do it. Next, we're going to remove the second layer of plastic. Now we'll try to get out all the bubbles. I really don't think this part has to be perfect. It's going to be covered up by this. Now that we got this on here pretty well, we're going to go ahead and put on the metal plate. Sweet. Now that we got the metal plate installed, all we're going to do is put our cover back on our phone. You can barely see the plate. Now let's test it out. Pretty sweet. Well, that wasn't too hard. Now let's get this thing mounted. If you're anything like me, the idea of putting double-sided tape somewhere on your dashboard makes you want to throw up. That's what makes this next step absolutely crucial. If you read the reviews on Amazon on this thing, it will get some bad reviews, and most of those bad reviews are because this double-sided tape fails over time. So in other words, what they do is they mount it somewhere like this, which is a great spot for it, but because of the heat that builds in your car in the summertime, this adhesive starts to give way, and gravity's pulling on it, and boom, there goes your cell phone in your mount. So knowing that, I decided to mount mine where it's not on a vertical piece of trim. So initially I was going to mount it here. I thought this would be a good place for it because it's not on a vertical piece of trim and it's also a pretty flat piece. I was hoping I could slide it back against this ridge here of the dash and it would kind of hold it in place. But unfortunately with it mounted there, I don't think the cell phone's going to fit the way I want it to. This also gets the phone really high, which is where my eyes are going to be, which is great, but at the same time, I think the sun's going to have an effect on this location. So I just changed my mind about 2 seconds ago and decided that what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount it here, where I can tuck it kind of underneath the piece of plastic that goes around the head unit. And ultimately, I think it's going to look better in the dash. Once we figure out the location we want to eye it up to make sure that it's centered. We could measure this and make a big deal out of it, but quite honestly, I think it looks pretty damn good. The next step is to go ahead and outline the corners of the mount with painter's tape. That way when I actually go to apply this, I know where to line it up. So now we found our mounting location, we picked a flat surface, and we went ahead and masked off where it's going to actually mount. So we're going to use the cleaning wipe that came with the kit and clean this area real quick before we go ahead and apply it. So we're getting ready to mount this mount finally onto the dash. It does have some directions on the back of this little sticky tape as to how to mount it properly. Basically what it says is clean the area, curve these little things down if it's a curved area, and then hold it firmly in place for 60 seconds. But we're going to do one extra step that makes this double-sided tape stick even better. We're going to heat it up. So we're going to pull that off, and then we're going to heat it up. We're going to turn the fan off. You just want to heat it a little bit. This is going to help it stick longer, better, and stronger. And there you have it. Pretty sweet. I gotta back up my iPhone. Here's a better angle of what it'll look like when I'm actually driving. I'll easily be able to see what comes on the screen without taking my eyes too far off the road. And if I want to actually see what's on my stereo, I can mount it like that. So I've had this mount installed for about a week now, and I absolutely love it. I've had absolutely no issues with it whatsoever. It holds my cell phone just fine. I love how easy it is to use. I highly recommend it. Go ahead and buy yourself 8 of them. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe. If you're interested in actually getting this magnetic cell phone mount for your car, go ahead and check out my product description below. Go ahead and click on it. It'll take you right to the link in Amazon. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.